This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. It's a little after 9:30. We're a little bit late, but got up at 6:45, and that's just too late. I spend between 2 to 3 hours with the cats in the morning preparing, cleaning out all their bowls, cleaning their boxes, feeding them sometimes twice in those 3 hours, hand feeding Millie, which takes about 40 minutes. And on and on and on. It's every bit of every morning, 3 hours spent on the cats. So, and finishing up the bird food if I didn't finish it. Those are little pigeons. Of course, everyone knows it's Sunday. I'll just wait out here for them. Cigarette butts all over the place here. All over the place. Gosh, that's a dirty habit. And some of the cigarette smokers don't seem to care about the environment. I don't know. There are exceptions, of course, right? There are people who do a lot of great things for the environment and love animals and smoke. So, can't always say that goes together, but most of the time it does. But there are exceptions to that. So, like everything, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect world. And people are not perfect, and they have vices, and sometimes they're good people that have bad vices, right? So, I don't know, that's how you kind of have to look at it and take it case by case and not make a generalization, except to say that people here who smoke tend to throw their butts down on the ground. That is true. Okay? I'm afraid that is true. Here's our little crows lined up. Look at that. It's going to be a hot one today. It's going to be very, very hot. Very hot. Very, very hot. Every time I come out here, there's less and less sparrows. I better go out to the field for our little Seymour has a fit. Okay? Got lots of food along today. Lots of yummy things. Let's get to the field. This out. Ooh, it's a heavy bag. It's a heavy bag. Okay, let's get to our little feeding spot here. It's supposed to be hot, I think, really summer weather until Wednesday. Then it's going to cool down. It's going to rain for several days, which is normal. It's Sunday, so we're not going to put our nuts out here. Put them all in the parking lot. Listen to that. I apologize. I had one appointment after the other every day this week. And when I tried to upload these videos, it was taking so long, so incredibly long, that I just finally gave up, okay? I don't know if Sunday is going to be any better, but we'll see, okay? We'll see. So, we'll see what happens. I got my sunblock on today. Here comes Seymour. Here comes her little Seymour. Here comes her Seymour. There's our Seymour. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5 silver gulls today. including our lovely Seymour, going after their egg. They got some nice noodles in there. Go ahead, Seymour. That's Seymour. It gets a little bit aggressive. There he goes, and he's very vocal, our little Seymour. There he goes. He got his egg. There you go, honey. Get in there. Go ahead. There he goes, yeah. Okay. Listen to that, Seymour. Okay. Let's get some more things thrown down in the parking lot. Then we have to go feed the little sparrows. I hope I don't see any. Very little. The second round here. Second round of peanuts here. Peanuts in the shell. When I'm feeding Millie, I turn on these nature videos made for cats, and they have and dogs. They have chipmunks and squirrels and deer and wild turkey and raccoons. And there's a man. The name of the channel is called Handsome Nature, and it's a Canadian. And these animals are filmed. I think that he doesn't tell you directly, but I think it's Ontario, based on the types of deciduous trees and so forth. I believe it's Ontario, not far from Toronto. So I've been up in that area, and I've been on the west. I haven't been in the middle part of Canada, but I've been on the east and the west. And the topography is totally different trees, etc., etc. So I believe that's what it is. But it is a very, very interesting how he puts together his videos. And he only feeds healthy things to the birds. Only very, very, very healthy things. And to the other animals as well. He's not like James Blackwood, the raccoon whisperer, gives cream-filled cookies and marshmallows and every kind of junk you can imagine. Okay? Once in a while, it does give him grapes and maybe some old apples. Does feed the deer. He's way up there in Nova Scotia. So he's made a lot of money off of his raccoons. And believe it or not, you know, I tell people, if you don't believe me, Google it yourself and find out from authorities about what you should feed animals, wild animals. And even your pets. No pet, dog or cat, should be entirely on dry food. That will certainly take out their kidneys. That is fact. Google it yourself. Cats should only be on the wet diet, 100%. But I know that's sometimes difficult. But if you give them the dry food as when you go away, and you want to have a little bowl of dry food out there, you know, as a treat. But basically, 90% of their intake should be wet food. And dogs also. My sister's dog got cancer because of dry food, and that was just established. And that's what can happen. So it's very important that even with the pets that you check out, 80% of cats get kidney failure. Okay, and most of that, in fact, what I've read, almost 100% of that is due to diet. Okay, so please feed your cat basically wet food. Okay, good quality Yeah, it does make a difference. We just don't have our animals that long in our life. You know, anywhere from 10 to 20 years, if we're lucky. And should put in the effort. Should put in the effort and do that. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that I couldn't believe it, that people were actually sending this James Blackwood raccoon whisperer, actually sending him packages of marshmallows and types of cookies filled with cream for the raccoons. Unbelievable. Do you think any of those people that go through all that expense from across the United States and Canada mailing him marshmallows for the poor raccoons? I really don't get it. I really have no idea what type of people are watching his YouTube channel. And there's comments about him, you know, really impairing the health of the raccoons. He deletes those comments. He deletes those. He does not let them stand. If he gets any criticism, he deletes it, for the most part. So, anyway, here's our little sparrows. There are a couple here in the bush, and they're getting the little sunflower seeds here. I can do that on Sunday. People don't come after me.